Hi, this is Erin Flax. I'm having technical difficulties, so it looks like my picture is really blurry, and I apologize for that. Also, I can't go to any websites that I've linked. It's on real slow on my computer, and it takes forever. So I do have lots of links, but you'll just have to go to them on your own. I can't show you on my computer. Um, let's see, go to the first page. Hopefully it doesn't freeze up on me. I have lots of different bell work ideas. I just showed a few in a picture. These were from kindergarten, and lots of different ideas to do for bell work. I realized how important bell work is. A great way to incorporate other things from your lessons, or just objectives that you're trying to cover. So here are some examples. We did tracing, coloring. We did a lot of cut and paste activities, made a lot of puppets, worked a lot with shapes. I have a parent information handout. I'll show you a picture in a second, but it covers items like arrival and dismissal, recess, snacks. We had like a snack calendar that parents were in charge of, parent-teacher conferences, the rules of sharing, and special parties, like we have a Halloween one and a Valentine's one. And then our discipline policy. Here was just the first page of that handout that parents got before school. We had an all about me book that each child made, and it covered different things like a self-portrait. It had like these pages show how old you are and which hand you write with. It did different things like your eye color and your hair color, and then they got to draw a picture of their family. We had a student that had autism, and he and his para, along with some other people, decided to work with, because he didn't have any communication verbal communication skills. They worked with him on sign language, and so part of a routine to get him integrated into our classroom was to have, let's call him John Doe. It was John Doe time, and he would stand in front of the class with the help of his para, and they would teach us a letter of the alphabet every day and show us a sign from that letter. And the kids loved it. I'll show you. Oh, forgot to go through these, sorry. And at the end, they made a book for us, and for every child got to take it home. And it had the symbol or the sign for every letter, and then the sign that we learned for a word that used that letter, such as apple for A. Here's some of my favorite websites. I compiled these from both of my student teaching in kindergarten and in preschool. So these were some of their favorites, and I've looked over them. I wrote down also about memberships. Some of them, they have different types of memberships, like free. Some of them, the ones that are free, you still have to pay when you use like a printable, if you print something off. Some, once you pay, then you get all the free stuff. But these are some of my favorites. Managing Emotional Mayhem. This was a book that was highly stressed from my preschool teacher. She said this is an amazing book. She said she usually gets it for people, so hopefully she'll be giving me one. It's by Dr. Becky Bailey, who is the creator of Conscious Discipline, which they use in Head Start, and I had previously learned it from Head Start when I worked there for 5 years. But this book, I didn't know anything about this book, talks about the 5 steps to self-regulation. Self-regulation is the ability to manage your emotional upset and your behavior, and it's a prerequisite skill for life success. And so it teaches us how to handle our emotional needs and our emotional stresses, what to do for ourselves. So it starts with yourself, and then we learn how to model that good behavior, and the kids can learn from us of what to do when you're upset. If we're upset when we are trying to calm them down, it doesn't work. So this really works on ourselves first. This is the website if you want to look at more about the book. The Hayes Fire Department, when I first came, they they had Fire Safety Week, and they had a kit, a big duffel bag filled with stuff for that was a curriculum kit for young children. And you can check this out at the Hayes Fire Department, and it includes a big fire truck tent that they get inside and play, a dollhouse that's actually a firehouse with all of the furniture and dolls, and dress-up clothes, puppets, books, and even curriculum. There's a website with the contact information. Zoophonics is the phonics program that Head Start uses. It includes music and animation. There are actions for every letter of the alphabet that goes along, like, for example, Allie Alligator, and Allie Alligator uses her jaws and she says, ah. The children just love this. It's from my experience, we're just starting it in our class now, but from my experience in using it in my previous experience with Head Start in my other classroom, I saw more growth in that year than I had in all my other years combined as far as learning the letters and the sounds that they make. We only used it the last year that I worked there, and it was amazing. There's letter cards that show just the animal, and then after they learn that, then they move to the letter with the animal, and then after they do that, then you just do the letter. And that's how they learn to recognize letters. I think this would be great for kindergartens too. Our kindergarten is actually looking into this, the kindergarten classrooms at my school. It has a video to teach the teachers how to do the animal signs. And I already talked about experience, and here is the website for that. We had a book of classroom rules, and of course this includes looking eyes, listening ears, quiet voices, walking feet, and gentle touches. And I got to receive a book that was in Spanish of this. They had it translated. And this is just a couple pages from that book. This talks about the quiet voices and the listening ears. Here are some supply websites. I found these are really helpful. I saw some great deals. These were the ones, most of these are from my preschool student teaching. And I looked at all of them. They were all very good. I think the one I spent the most time on was Discount School Supply. It had a section for parents, for teachers, and also had this really neat section for special needs, and you could look by disability or what types of help that the students need. You could go by age, grade that they're in, price point. Alright, favorite books. I have a lot. Obviously they're not here. Two of them are authors. The rest are specific books, but there's a lot of them that I love that author, and so I like a lot of books from them. I just happened to put one down. For example, Eric Carle, I like all of his stuff. Brown Bear, of course. Some of these are classics I've been doing since I started. Caps for Sale is one of my favorites because of my son. He loves to act that out, and so did a kid in one of my previous years with Head Start. Curious George is a favorite of my daughter. Froggy books, we have all the Froggy books. She loves those. A lot of these I read in kindergarten. The kids love those, especially some of those were great for the beginning of the year when they're scared. Alright, here's some pictures from my classroom, or from my kindergarten classroom that I was in. The one on the left was kind of like it didn't start as a reward system, but we changed it. It just had green leaves on it, and we decided to change it slowly during the fall. So the kids worked in there. As on the right, you can see the desks, how they were set up into 4. So there were 4 teams, and each team had a number and a color. And that little basket on each table was to hold leaves that they would get, colored leaves, colorful fall leaves, and they would get those leaves when it was different things. That could be behavior, working quietly, they could be showing kindness to others, different things like that, sharing. And at the end of the day, whoever had the most leaves was the superstars of the day. And that little blue circle that's hanging up above the, well, I guess they all have the circle. Normally there's, I'm just noticing it's not in this picture, there is a big star that we tape to those numbers that says superstar on it. And they get special privileges that next day, whichever table wins. And I would take those leaves and slowly take off the green leaves and put up the fall leaves. So our trees became more and more colorful as the weeks went on. I'm just realizing the reason that the superstar isn't up there. I just took this picture a few days ago, and the teacher had surgery. So she's has been out for quite a few weeks, and there's been a substitute in there. So she may not be carrying on that tradition while the teacher's gone, but that is how we were doing it. So, and I guess that's it. So thank you for watching this. I hope you got some good information, at least some good websites or different ideas to use. Especially, I really like the sign language book. It was a great idea. So I hope this helps. Bye.